Okay, well, good evening, everybody. Tonight we're going to do a little bit of op art. We've done this before in this class where we've just done a couple of things, but this time we're going to do a finished product, which is the op art cube. Now, I did send out instructions on how to make the cube. So if you've got it all cut and ready to go, then we're just ready to start doing op art. And I'm going to quickly just switch my camera angle down so you can see what I'm working on. I started putting one together today. And so I've got one panel done, but I need to work on the rest. So I'm just going to share my screen. Come on, share. It's thinking. Well, it was working. I've got just a little twirly thing happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Put it on mute and give Bill a shout.
Yeah, well, let me just, there we go. It did this last time where it gave me a bit of a problem, but then it worked.
Right.
So, okay, so here's the panel that I was working on. And what I decided to do, because sometimes when you do your lines and start doing your optical art, you kind of start to get lost when you start coloring one, and then you like it's sort of like a little problem thing that you're a logic problem or something. So what I've done is I've created these other ones, and what I do before I start putting in my black, what I do with my pencil is I go through and I just mark where I want the black to be. So I put a little mark that's going to be black. So then that one's white. So then this one's black. And if it doesn't work, like I have a problem there, then I have to either find a way to solve it or just keep going. I'm having problems with this one.
I like to live on the edge. I use pen.
Well, I do the pencil first just so I can get my lines, and then I'll do.
I know. I'm just saying I live on the edge with pen. If I screw up, you have to come up with a different kind of solution.
That's true. And I've done that previously where I start doing it and then I'm like, oh, I get lost. So anyway, so hi. So if you're going to do it, I'm just going to sort of scribble in. This one's going to work because it's pretty simple. It's just a crosshatch pattern, so it should work without any problems. And the other ones that I'm having problems with, I'll have to sort of either add more lines to create a better solution or sort of change my design a little bit or whatever. So this one's pretty simple because it is just a simple sort of grid.
Now, Elizabeth, do you already have a couple of fuzzy dice done that you're going to hang from the rear mirror of your car?
You know what? I just got home from the grocery store and I didn't get it together. And I'm like literally elbow deep in making Valentines for my grandkids.
Oh,
so I'm making Valentines. Like
you're making Valentines tonight.
Okay,
well, it might be a short night because we got stuff going on and things like that. So once I've decided that my pattern is how I want it, then I can use my tools, whatever I use to make my lines, I can start going over them with the pen. Now, you can use all sorts of things to make these lines. I mean, you can use a ruler. This is called a French curve. It's a drafting thing. It's in not good shape. It's starting to break, but you can also use like circle templates and things like that, or whatever you have your hands on, you can use to make your lines. I've also got things like a CD is perfect for making lines too, so making circular lines. So you can do all that sort of thing. But eventually this French curve is going to give up the ghost, I think, because it's starting to break.
They're so expensive to replace too.
I know.
Sounds like you got your money's worth out of it, Karen.
You know, I've had it, it's probably, let's see. It's almost 30 years old.
I'd say you probably got your money's worth from it.
I would say, yeah. And it's not my only one. I've got several because, you know, I see them and it's like, oh,
Well, not to brag, but I got 11 of them. So
you got 11.
they're all different.
Yeah. They're just a handy thing to have.
I used to have a set of them years ago, but you know, when I was in school, but I never actually used them in my work.
Oh,
And then when I wanted a curve, for quilting, I bought a flexible French curve. So I have
Yes.
one of those around somewhere, but I have no idea where. It's
Really?
like in my craft room somewhere.
Yeah.
Just
I
not
got a
good,
flexible
not a
steel
good thing.
too. I didn't know they were called flexible French curves. I just have a flexible steel curve with a ruler on it, but never used a ruler.
Nice.
Who likes ruler?
Yeah.
And a defeatist. Uh-oh.
Okay, well, I'm having some problems here because I keep moving it and I've already made a problem on my drawing.
Just
So,
look at it as a challenge to be fixed or to
Yeah.
be solved, not a
or
problem.
it's just a way that people know that it's not, that it's handmade because there's a mistake.
Trust me, machines can make mistakes. In fact, machines make more mistakes than people.
Really?
I would argue that, yes.
Hmm.
So how many Valentines do you need to make, Elizabeth?
Well, I need to make 5, but then some friends of mine found out I was making them because I was showing them on another online meeting and now they want some too. So I may make more.
You have your work cut out for you.
Yes.
Wow, so nice to be in demand.
Or-
So once I've decided which ones have to be black, or if you're not using black, if you're using another color, you can decide which ones you want, the one color or a second color. I just think the black is very dramatic looking. And it's more like, and you know, I find that, you know, doing that where I sort of pre-mark which ones are going to be black, because I find sometimes when I'm doing this, my mind will wander and I'll start thinking about things and I'll forget what I was doing. And then that's when I have more problems. So, yeah. So you realize that we are going to have to see your Valentines that you're working on.
Yep.
When we do our show and tell, you can show us what you're doing.
Yep.
Okay, did you get a package from me, Elizabeth?
Oh, I did. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that's only the one package. Did you get any packages from me? Spencer?
What?
Spencer, did
Oh.
you get any?
Oh, no. Not yet, if you put something in the mail.
I did. Okay, so what you didn't get, Elizabeth, was the second package that I'm fighting with Canada Post about.
Oh.
Because the one guy quoted me a price, so I put all the stamps on it to make it that price. And then I went to another post office to post them and they said, no, you have to pay more.
Are you expecting me to take a package to a post office and have it hand stamped?
No, but what I did put in your packages, and Elizabeth, you didn't get yours yet, is I put self-addressed envelope.
I wondered.
So that you could send all the nice stamps back to me. And Spencer, I didn't have any American stamps to put on your stamp, so I put some coins in there, some American coins to pay for postage.
You put American coins in the envelope?
Yes, I did. So we'll see if we get it. It's so funny. Like even at the post office when I was sending yours, they said, the lady was she was so weird, right? Because like the guy, when I first went and got the quote, he was,
Gold
he was-
bullion?
yeah, no gold bullion.
Put pennies in.
No, I put a 50-cent piece and 4 quarters.
Wow, the 50% piece might actually bribe me into doing what you want.
Yeah, I just want to put a stamp on it. Anyway, so then when I went to the guy, he was great, and he saw what I had in the packages because I had to take some out. That's why I ended up making 2 packages, because otherwise it was going to cost me an arm and a leg to send it. So he gave me the pricing and everything, but he saw what I was putting into it. And when I went to the other post office and I'm sending the bigger envelopes, she goes, "Is it just paper?" And I'm like, "Well, no." I said, "There's a piece of denim in there too." She goes, "Well, they might not allow it because when they x-ray it, if it's not just paper, then they'll send it back."
Flammable denim, huh?
No, I think it's because if you put other stuff other than paper, they consider it a package and then you have to pay more. Anyway, I put, there's more than denim in there. There's a couple of wires in there too. So we'll see if they x-ray it. And if I get it back, then I know that I have to do something else to get it to you. So the reason why I did that is because I wanted you to get some of the stuff that we're going to be working on the next couple of weeks. And I didn't know if you'd be able to scrounge it together in time. Oh, I just made a mistake on my thing. See, I was thinking about the wrong stuff.
Because you're
Anyway.
I was intrigued by the puzzle pieces.
Yeah, we're going to do those later. So for next week, what we're going to do is we're going to do mono prints with styrofoam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not styrofoam.
Not styrofoam, but like, you know, the styrofoam that's in a egg carton or
I don't use styrofoam.
a meat tray.
I don't use styrofoam.
Why?
I'm against it on principle. It will last for millennia.
Oh, well, you're getting 2 pieces in your mail so that you can do an art project with them.
I might send them back.
Just put nice stamps on the envelope.
I have those, all I have are those global stamps, so sorry.
Do you collect other stamps beside Canadian?
Yes, I do.
Because I have a bunch, that I got. I have a lot of American families, so I have a bunch from stuff that they sent. If you want me to send those along, I'll send those along too.
You're welcome to do that. I've been working on my stamp collection. So yeah, I collect from all over the world. So, but my Canadian one is the one that I spend my most time on.
Well, if you want them, I'll send them.
Well, if you have nothing else to do with them, then I'll take them, because
Okay.
you just never know. Maybe I'll get an Elvis stamp or something.
Well, I don't think I have any Elvis stamps.
What?
Sorry.
It's okay. I have a whole sheet of them. But they're mint. Some of the sheets I have, like I have a sheet of Marilyn Monroe stamps that are mint.
Mint or not used? I know
Mint.
you know the difference.
Mint. Mint, mint, mint. I also have a Bugs Bunny, a sheet of Bugs Bunny.
The only thing mint I have is After 8.
Oh, I like those too. I like those a lot.
I bought them as a Christmas gift for a family member, but then that family member never came to see me, so I've been eating them.
Wow, you're really good, because if you bought them for Christmas and you're just still eating them, they'd be gone for me. They're a couple of days and they're gone. Because every time I walk by them, I have to have one. So it's hard. I have a real sweet tooth. So my mom was telling me a story. We took a cruise ship to New Zealand when I was a little girl, and they would have these you know, you would win prizes or something for doing things, the kids would. And all the prizes were always candy. And I was in heaven because I love candy. And it's like, yeah, candy's great. My sister's like, can't they give us something savory? Just give me the candy, it's fine.
So Jody is savory and you're sweet.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I like the sweet. I like savory too, but it depends on what it is. So,
Come on.
anyway, this is going to end up looking like a bent checker flag, this one that I'm working on. So, and I tried using, sometimes I use Sharpie markers to color these, but I think the Sharpie markers aren't as nice because they have sort of a hue to them.
Yeah. And I find too that sometimes like over time, it will kind of bleed.
Oh. Maybe.
And then you don't have nice crisp edges anymore. I mean, it's hard to get crisp edges with the Sharpie marker anyway, but
Yeah.
I just love those Uniball needle pens. They're my favorites.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna fudge this because I made a mistake. So there.
Shoot.
So Spencer already started his box and doing several of his panels of it. So he's actually way ahead of me.
I had a feeling this was going to be something Spencer would like.
I knew he would like it because yeah, it's that sort of more design.
In his wheelhouse.
It is.
Well, I'll finish these last two little spots and then I gotta do a show and tell and then I gotta bug out. So
Okay, well, we'll make it a short one tonight because I want to see Elizabeth's cards she's making.
well, we gotta give time for Elizabeth to show and tell too. I don't wanna
Yeah.
bug out too quickly. Yeah. Not cooperating.
I would like to send one of these to my son over in Scotland, but I know he'll hate it because it'll just be a guilt trip on him because he'll want to throw it away and then he'll feel guilty about throwing it away because I made it.
I would send it to him anyway. And let him feel guilty. That's the way it goes. Do you get stamps from Scotland?
No, he doesn't ever mail me anything.
Okay, I've done all I can for tonight.
Okay,
so
I'm gonna switch the camera so we can have a look.
I'm
Okay,
ready to show and tell and. see
okay,
what
let me
Elizabeth's
just,
been doing, so.
I'm gonna stop the share here. I'm gonna switch this over and I'm going to, you start, so.
You gonna start, Elizabeth, or you want me to start?
No, you're
You
starting.
start, Spencer.
All right, well, this is my box.
This is my box.
Oh, look at that
Oh,
Oh, I like
that's
it.
awesome.
I do like it very much.
So,
Yeah, I knew you would have
Wow.
a different take on it.
a couple of optical arts and then a couple of my goofies.
That's amazing.
Those are great.
That's my, I'll show when it's all done.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that the bottom, the blank one now is gonna have anything, but
Yeah.
I've just gotta finish that one panel.
yeah, that's awesome.
mine. Let's see what Elizabeth's been doing.
Okay, Elizabeth, I'm gonna switch it over to you and let's have a look at your Valentine's and then am I gonna have to do that for a craft or you're gonna have to run one of these for me? You have to come over
Well,
to us.
Okay, I'll show you a finished, completed one. I put a ribbon on them because the pop-up is quite thick
Mhm.
and, but that'll just slip out of there
Oh, I see.
in theory.
Mhm.
So you can open the card and
Oh, that's so pretty.
Is that a flower? Petals of
Yeah.
hearts?
it's a
Wow.
flower. Yeah,
That's really
nice.
great.
yeah.
That's
So I
nice.
thought
Wow,
it
look
was,
at that pop-up card.
it was kind of a fun idea. So I made them in different colors.
Yep. Oh, they're so lovely.
Yeah.
No wonder people are getting you
Yeah,
to make them for them. So much fun.
Yeah, I thought they were just a really neat idea, you know.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to make a pop-up card, but I was like, oh, I don't know if I can figure out how to do it. But
Yeah.
How do you adhese the flower to the middle?
well, you make it in layers, right? So the first layer you just are gluing right to the card.
Mhm,
You know, you have a fold in it and you line up the fold onto the card.
mhm.
And then the second layer, you make little tabs. I don't know if you can see that. or not.
Oh, I see, like a little tab that you glue down.
So you're gluing the tab on either side.
Nice.
And then the same with the next layer.
And the
And
next
then,
layer.
yeah, you work from the outside in.
Yeah.
And, you know, you curl your edges so that they, you know, makes them stand up more when you open it instead of
Yeah.
just being flat.
Exactly.
So,
I think you should send one of those to your son.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
well, maybe I
think
should.
he left. He had to go.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, he has a meeting to go to. so
Okay.
Anyway, all right, well, we're gonna finish off then. It's a short night tonight just because he had to go and you're doing your thing and
Yeah.
I'll go do my thing. So
But yeah, the box is fun. I want to try it if I get time, but
yeah,
it seems
Well-
like I'm getting more and more requests for cards. So
wow.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Well, we'll see what happens. Okay, well, next week we're gonna do cards, I guess. I mean, that's what we can do with the mono prints is you can make cards or
Oh.
something like that with them. So anyway, so
Fun.
I just thought it'd be easier if I sent them to you so you'd have them and then we'll play with those.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, well, you have a good fun making your cards.
All right. I
Okay, I'll
will.
see you next week then.
All right. Have a good
Okay.
week.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.